Hey guys, what's going on? Kim here, and it is Thursday, and that means it is throwback. It is story time. So I have not put out much lately. I have been really busy cleaning out everything. My basement, I had to clean everything out of there. The girls' rooms, I cleaned everything out of there, got rid of their old clothes, cleaned their closets. I did our bedroom. I got rid of all the stuff in there. I did the hall closet and I organized everything in there. And I did the toy area and I organized everything in there. So I have been extremely busy for days and I am dead exhausted now. So I'm sorry I haven't gotten anything out to you guys, but I haven't exactly had a lot of time. Collectively, I think I've done about, 48 hours worth of cleaning. And it sucks. I'm tired and my body hurts. So I just want to be done with it now. And I need to get something out to you guys. I haven't done it in just a little bit and I'm really sorry for that, but I did need to get my house cleaned. So I'm going to tell you guys a story now. And this is the story of the time we threw mud on our neighbor's house. My hair is a little disheveled here. I'm always disheveled. I don't care. Anyways, this happened when I was about, 8 years old or so. We lived in this small little trailer park, and it was a small one. It was just one road that went in and out to the highway, and there was about 8 trailers on one side and 8 on the other. And that's actually the same exact house that my dad threw butter at the wall, if you guys know that story. And it's also the house where I ate all the cheese and Dad flipped out. There's lots of memories in this house, and this is one of them. So the trailer next to us had been vacant for quite a while. And finally a family moved into it, and they had 4 daughters. 3 of them, the oldest one was about Charlie's age. The second one was about Jennifer's age. The third one was about my age. And the fourth one was a bit smaller, it was like a baby. So we started to play with these guys. They moved in. We were so excited. New friends, new kids in the area. We were so excited. And they invited us over to their house to play. And it was awesome. We go inside and they have so many toys. They had video games and they had Barbies and they had board games and they had lots of food, which was really important to us as kids. But they had everything and we were so happy there. And the next day they invited us again. It was summer. They invited us again. And so we went over and we were playing for about an hour or so. And then the girls were like, hey, let's go to your house and play. And we were, yeah, let's go play at our house. We didn't have much, but we had what we had and we made the best of it and we enjoyed it. So we get to our house and we start playing and they're like, where's your video games? And we were like, oh, we don't really have video games. Michael's like, but I have wrestlers. And he starts showing them and the oldest daughter, she's like, giving like the shit stink face. And so then they start just walking around and they just like instantly became like super snooty. Yes, it's no lie that we had relatively dirty houses growing up. Still relatively dirty houses now as adults, but whatever. We had what we had. And all of a sudden they just became like super stuck up. And the older sister looks around, she's like, your house is gross. We were just like, yeah, okay. And then she was like, your house is disgusting. And she looks at her sister and she's like, come on, we don't need to be in here. We're going to get sick. And we're just like, we were floored. Like we were just sitting there like, wow, we just couldn't believe that it happened. And it took a second and they start walking out. And then we're just like, oh, fuck you. We don't want you over here anyways. We don't like you anyways. Go home. So they leave and we're fuming. Like we're pissed, like we can't believe that just happened. These little bitches were just that rude and mean to us. So we were like, fine, whatever. So then all of a sudden, it seems like the next day, their parents get like this huge like play set for their backyard. And we go outside. We didn't have any play sets or anything. But we went outside and we're out there playing, you know, our own little tag and stuff like the games we used to play. And all of a sudden, they're out there and they're like, wow, look at us. We're having so much fun on our swing set. And they're being little bitches, like they're being mean. And they're like, don't you guys wish you had a swing set? You guys are poor. You don't have anything. Now we're really mad. Like nobody talks to us. I don't care what age we are. Nobody talks to us like that and gets away with it. Like you don't do that. Like, so we're fuming. And my birthday came. And that's when I got the infamous pool where Michael sliced his foot open. So we get this pool and we're so excited. We put it up in the backyard and we're out there, we're filling it with water and we have a pool. This is so much fun. And we get in there and it was a small pool too, by the way. It was one that, you know, standing on the ground, it probably came up to my knees. So it was a tiny little pool, one that folded out or whatever. But they didn't have a pool, so up here we had a pool. So we're splashing around, we're having so much fun. Don't you guys wish you had a pool? The next weekend, all of a sudden, a pool is going up in their backyard. And it's a much bigger pool. You know, they need a ladder to get in and out of it. And we're just like, oh my God. Like these evil little shits. So we're playing and we're trying to mind our own business and ignore these little evil children. And all of a sudden we can start hearing, hey, greens, green kids, hey, greens. And, you know, we're curious. We look over, they're calling us. And we look over and they're like, hey, do you guys want to come swimming? And they're throwing floats in the pool, like inflatables. And they're like, do you guys want to come over and go swimming with us? And all of a sudden we're like, yeah, cool. So we go inside and we grab some more stuff and some towels and we get ready to walk over there. And as we're walking up to the ladder, like we sit our stuff down. We actually sat our stuff down. And as we're getting ready, like Charlie was going up the ladder and they're like, psych, you guys aren't allowed in our pool. You'll turn it green. And they started splashing us with water and splashed all of our stuff with water. And we were mad. So we went home and we were thinking, let's plot our revenge. Let's plot a revenge against these evil little kids because that was just, we were mad. Like that was just so ridiculous. So then the next day we go outside, we're out there and we're just trying to ignore them. We're pissed off, but we're trying to ignore them and we're having a good time playing in our pool. And then all of a sudden they're like, your house is gross. You guys are nasty. Your dad is disgusting. Your dad is fat. You drew the line there. You shouldn't have. They went too far then. We were furious. Nobody talked about our dad. That's where 90% of our fights growing up went. Were kids making fun of our dad for being overweight and us defending him. Nobody did that, and it started early. So later that day, they go inside, and we're gonna go play with our toys. You guys don't have toys, you're poor. We had already worked up in a plan in our head, so what they were saying didn't mean crap. So it's getting later, they go inside, and we go outside, and we scoop up as much dirt as we possibly can, and we fill my pool with it. It was a giant pool of mud and it was spectacular. They had a white trailer and as soon as it started getting dark, we went out there and we grabbed handfuls of mud and we started launching them at this house and we laced the entire side of their trailer with mud. We got the back of it with mud. We threw mud in their pool. We threw it at their pool. We threw it at their swing set. We filled everything they had in the backyard. They had power wheels. We filled that shit with mud. And when we got done, we were satisfied with what we did. And we went inside and cleaned up and went to bed. The next morning, we hear, "Get your asses up right now! Get up, every single one of you! Who did this shit? I wanna know who did this!" And we knew we weren't dumb, but we weren't scared either. So we got up and we went out there, and it's daytime now, so we could actually see the full extent of our damage, and it was bad. It was bad. They had mud everywhere, and I'm pretty sure Charlie threw mud on their cars as well, and it was bad. So my dad was furious. "Who did this? Which one of you?" So we're just standing there and we're staring. We know we're in trouble. We just know it. But we didn't care at that point, because in our minds, these little craphead kids deserved it. Like, now as an adult, I don't think the parents deserve to have their stuff damaged. But as children, those kids had it coming. Like, we should have just dealt with them. We confessed to it. All four of us, we all confessed to it, and he was mad. But then we started pleading our case. "Dad, they're being mean to us. They're calling us names. They're calling you names. They're calling Mom names." And we just get super upset. And, "Hi, you guys are gonna have to clean that shit, so you better go out there with the water hose and the wash bucket right now, because I ain't paying for that damage. You guys better go out there and now you cleaning it." So he kind of chilled out. He wasn't so mad at us anymore, but we did have to go out there with the water hose and buckets of soap, and we had to clean their house as best as we could. And then I'm pretty sure my dad had to pay to have somebody come and power wash the top of it, so he was pissed off about that. And I do regret it now as an adult, but as a kid, I just felt we were defending ourselves, and it was bad. I don't condone it. Do not do that at home, but we definitely did it, and Dad was pissed. So that's my story, guys. That's the time we threw mud on the neighbor's house because their kids were assholes. So, oh my God, that's so terrible. I hope my kids don't ever do that. And I shouldn't be laughing right now. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, like, subscribe. If you didn't, like, subscribe. Have a great day, guys.